Hey, it's Misty, and I've really been feeling like playing Diablo 3 for like the last 3 weeks, a month. I think it's more like 2 weeks or so. Someone got me the base game, and I really had to get the expansion, so I just picked it up a few days ago, and I have been playing the shit out of this game, and it's really good. It's really good. I didn't really care for what they were doing when it originally came out, but I think since the Loot 2.0 thing, it's pretty much been really improved. Now you'll notice I have one of every character. However, yeah, I'm not doing this with a hardcore character. So this is my main character. She's level 7, and they're all female because I don't know. I just like playing female characters in games. But let's see. But this is my main character. I've got up to Paragon level 36 with her. That's not a legendary bow, even though it's looks like one. It's just a transmog. But we're gonna create a new character, and I'm gonna see if I uh, excuse me, sorry about that. See if I can't do just play some of the game. I'm probably not going to probably not gonna do adventure mode because especially on a level 1. Even though I do prefer that mode after about level 20, I've gotten a Crusader up to like level 17, but I'd say level 20 is probably a good level to start adventure mode if you've completed the story. And eh, but we're gonna create this. Game settings. I'm going to change this to. I definitely don't want to do either of these two. I'm considering just hard, but I think I'll start on expert. A little more experience. Hard isn't that much more difficult than normal, and it gives you a lot of experience. Like 75% more experience in gold is a lot. 100 isn't much of a boost, but 200 up to master, that's pretty good. I haven't actually had anything drop from level 61. It keeps giving me marquise stuff, but that's fine. We're just going to go on expert. Act 1, that's fine. Save and close. And start the game. Oh, wait, no. Ah, dang it. I'm going to have to be right back. Yeah, see. Options. Where is it? Account? No. No. Gameplay? Yeah, there it is. Turn that off. Okay. I'm going to have to restart this. Let's hope I can just restart the quest. Actually, I'll just reset quest experience. I should, or progress. That should work. Game settings. Change. Begin. Fallen Star. Begin quests. Hopefully, this starts me where I want to. Well, balls. I will be back in like. Well, screw it. I'll just delete this character and make a new one. You're just gonna sit here and watch the entire process. Switch hero. Delete. Yes. Create. Female. Crusader. Um, the Demon Hunter is the one I've gotten the most experience with. Everything else I haven't really played much. So far, I'm really liking the Demon Hunter, although I, uh, I don't know if she's the best for DPS. That's all I use her for, because she's not really a tank. Uh, I think you can tank with the Crusader and the Barbarian, but I want to go Crusader because it's the new class. I haven't played much of it. I haven't played much of anything, so I'm probably going to get all these up to level 70 eventually. So anyway, we're going to start this again. Let us hope this works. Nope. Well, I'll let the cinematic play and then I'll change it for the difficulties back to normal.
At 12, I swore the oath, leaving home and family. At 16, I saw my master die. I took up her shield and her name, and on that day, I became a Crusader. Armored by faith, driven by duty, bound to kill the enemies of Zakarum. Sworn to live as a Crusader and to die as one. Now, corruption returns to the hearts of men. I see it in the eyes of the mad, hear it in the howling of the damned. A falling star in the west leads me to the town of New Tristram. The crusade calls me, and so I go. The fallen star is close, but there is death here too.
Yes, yes, I know, but this has been fraught with nothing but problems lately. Or this beginning bit. Oh well. I'm still enjoying myself, even though, I'm just kind of being bad at recording, basically. Okay, game settings. Change. Expert. Good. Save and close. Resume game. There we go.
The star is close, but there is death here too.
There's some... Oh! Doing that little damage just reminded me. I need to increase all of my damages. Let's go 1% attack speed and... do I want the cooldown really for? No. Let's just bump it all into attack speed. Resist all is probably best for this level. I eventually probably want to put it into life gen. Maybe something else. But resist all is always useful. And area damage won't matter for a while. Life on hit. I mean, if I just want the damage, I want to do area damage. Gold find. Do I want gold find? Well, I'm not going to get much gold anyway, so let's just do area damage for now. It'll be a little better later. And yep, from like 3 to like nearly 5. Oh, that reminds me, I've got a couple of things to do before I start actually doing the quest. I want that right there, because that's where I always put it. And these, I will claim. Now these I got for the collector's edition of Heart of the Swarm. I think I got like the digital deluxe edition, but these I don't like as much. They're probably best on females, smaller females. The bigger your character, the bigger they are, and they kind of really get in the way. These, however, are my favorite wings. Yeah. Yeah, Queen of Blades. Time to fight. I'm going to keep these wings on the entire time.
Greetings. I am a Crusader of the Zakarum faith, and I saw a star falling on this town.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
Yep, the dead are always coming.
We drive them back.
It's kind of like Tristram. Every Tristram's probably going to have some dead people just walking around, doing stuff. You ever wonder if, like, zombies kind of want to do, like, everyday stuff and people just keep killing them?
I've never seen anyone
Just because they
fight
look like
that
zombies?
before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
I think they might have done something like that with Fallout 3. I remember something about zombie-looking people. And look at all this crap. All this crap. Still need 2 pieces of the staff. I really want that staff. Got a bunch of stuff. This is just some level 70 gear. I'm kind of contemplating doing something with it. This I want to put a socket in, but I need a lot of stuff to do that, and it's really random if you can do it or not. I built this specifically for this. See, this is like 4 to 18. And I'm going to put these away. Look at all of these. I'm never going to use these. I might just sell these. I don't know. I'm going to pick up this. I am going to salvage this.
Protect him, but now he's dead.
Salvage that. Get some common debris. You do not start with the blacksmith. You have to unlock him, but it doesn't take that long. Where is it? That's my materials tab. All right. Into here. Hey, Leah.
Are you Leah? They tell me you survived the falling star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Yep, the wounded are indeed turning. The wounded are indeed turned and dead.
This is killing business.
I'd imagine killing people is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Something like putting them back to sleep. I can do that.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
By the way, I'm in the killing business.
Welcome to the Slaughtered Caffeine. Bring me whatever treasures you have no use for. I'll give you a bit of coin to save up for your casket.
Yeah. These are books. These actually are really nice because
We've been under
they
siege
give you a
for
bit of
6 days
experience.
now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Come on, pick it up.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to.
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
You should take a look.
I'll probably get stuff, but I'm just gonna buy some stuff. I mean, I've got the money, and it's not like it's that hard to just get a bit more on my level 70. I really like health regen at low levels. It's really nice. Oh, yeah, I'll try not to skip too much lore by making another lore goes by or a dialogue or something.
I've come to help. How do we stop these risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Have faith, Captain. Have faith.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
I'll get them. They're not exactly going to live long.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
You kind of do a shit ton of damage when you level up.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead. will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Dear reader, I am Abd al-Hazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill
I
thieves.
require more
I
wrath.
was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Wait, is it? Okay. You cannot change skills in combat, so... I'll also be talking more once I... 'cause there's a lot of lore at the beginning and then less and less, so... But I want to change to this, because as great as this is, and the block chance is nice, the AoE is really, really good. Okay. Oh, there's some. Die! Again, I think. Yeah, pretty sure they already died once. I would go back, but I'll be back soon enough, because I'm pretty sure I have new gear I can use. Just kind of hanging out in the stash. Made a couple of things to make the game a little bit easier. It's pretty easy to begin with. I would stick with maybe hard if you if you're just starting a new game and you don't have any high level characters to just give you some extra gear. Wallers. They're not so bad if they're like separate, but if it's one that has the Waller enchant, it's really, really annoying because you can't really get away. I mean, you can, but it's still annoying. No. Because if there
While
are...
exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
Another wretched mother dead. That should slow the attacks.
Another level gain, that should help. And I got this. I was showing you skills earlier from what I'm using. I don't know the Crusader too well past level 17, so...
Fiends must have stolen the treasure.
Purple names up there, those are, I'm not sure what they are, but they're stronger. They're like yellow guys, or, you know how the zombies I was fighting earlier were blue? Those are considered elites. So are those, but some are just stronger elites than others. See how it says like the name is yellow because the guy was yellow? Well, those generally tend to give you most of your gear, most of your loot. Chests early on are good for it. Here's some more elites. But later on they won't give you as good gear as just elite enemies. Stop complaining about your raw. The Demon Hunter says wrath really Britishly. It's like Roth. Very posh. And I would also suggest going into each of these dungeon areas, because you can get some... There's a chance that there's a boss or something there to give you some gear. No. I doubt this will be better. Probably not. Ooh. I don't know if purple or blue is, or purple or yellow names are stronger. I don't know, I feel like you find less yellow, so I think they're stronger. Come on. I hate quill fiends, keep running away. I can't charge at them all the time. Yeah, sometimes they'll be minions and they'll be a lot stronger. They won't be as strong as, like... They'll be about as strong as a blue, I think. But, I don't know. I should really look up. That's gonna give me something new. Ooh, sweep attack. Definitely using this. Let you read that. Lets me, do that. Uses less wrath, but it also does a little less damage. Still, it hits more people, and I like that. I'm very AoE focused in this game. I'm also considering... Ooh. I'll deal with these guys first. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get this guy, because... this is a treasure goblin. There are, like, pygmies and stuff, too, that... But these are treasure things. These can be, I've seen a purple one of these with a purple name. I don't know if they're any different, than normal, because they seem to drop the exact same amount of stuff. But, this guy drops a lot of gold and stuff once you beat him, but he takes a lot of damage. He also runs away a lot. Okay, I've got him in the corner, that's good. A little more, a little more. Yes, I got him.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
Yeah, those goblins, if you don't kill them fast enough, they will open portals and just leave, actually. I don't know why, I just like searching everything.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
She's brave. With help, she may yet save Cain.
Don't know. No, that's better. Yeah.
Leah, let us find your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
I'm gonna pretty much salvage all this. It's not really a good idea to sell anything until later in the game anyway. Salvage that. You cannot salvage stuff you buy from vendors.
For the girl, for all of us, Leah must accept that the old man is dead. No one's surviving what's out there.
And there and there. Can I use any more of my gear that I always had? Yes. Yes. Not as good. It's better. It's better. Okay, so put that on, put that on, put that on, put that on, and put that on. Now we salvage what we can of this. I don't know if any of it's merchant gear, but yeah, a couple of one of the things is. That's fine. There is also a that's the one. This guy heals you.
And as the shepherd watches over his flock, so shall I care for those who seek to protect us.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
Yeah, that guy heals you. There we go.
Here, let me open the gate.
2 levels and I can get a new
I
weapon.
don't know
A
much
really
about
pretty
her.
good one.
She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
And your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
I doubt I'll actually play through the entire game, but even if I don't and you know the story, and I would really appreciate it if you didn't spoil anything.
Look, a hidden
Because
sword.
I might play this entire
Follow me.
game.
are dark secrets here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
There we go. Oh, ice. That will do damage and freeze you in place. It is really not good. Is that any better? No. What is this? 11.4. That's pretty good.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
I'm gonna start talking to you.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
She doesn't seem to think Diablo is really here or anything. I don't know.
Leah, tell me about your mother.
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her. I've never heard of the Crusaders.
We're from the East and only recently came to these lands. Some of us did, at least. We serve the Zakarum faith.
Well, I hope you're not planning to convert these people by the sword.
I'm not here to convert anyone. My crusade is to cleanse the corruption that infests my faith. When that evil is destroyed, Zakarum will be restored, and people can choose to believe in it or not as they please.
There we go. Some exposition out of the way. Stuff's getting harder because I leveled up so much. Because the game, the difficulty actually scales with your level. So enemies actually level up alongside you. So leveling up only really means you can get better gear. And you kind of need to get better gear to level up faster. Not level up faster, but be competitive in battle. And my dog, it's not
Like
my dog.
chaff before
Why
the
do I keep
wind.
saying that? The dog's barking.
The fight is over for this one.
Nope, zombies. Sometimes this is a mass grave and there's a chest down there. It's just kind of random if you get dungeons or not. Or what dungeons you get, because there's usually a dungeon in the area. Like I said, it's random which ones you get. Come on.
Tristram Cathedral. The fallen star lies within.
Anything with a red outline that you can break, is sometimes it'll have gear in it. It's kind of nice. Checkpoint. The checkpoints, if you leave the game, I believe there'll be like a portal when you start the game back up
Star is
to
close.
to the place where the checkpoint was. Come on, hit him. So used to using a ranged character.
Some foul new disease has taken hold in this.
Please kill me. I don't
Dang it.
want to change.
You interrupted the plague bat. Yeah, go flying, you piece of bastard. I was trying to listen to Deckard Cain. No one stays a while and listens, so I wanted to.
Not enough wrath.
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Come on, blow up.
The crusade marches on.
Now, I would inspect that cursed shrine, but I'm pretty sure it'll be like destroy 5 waves of enemies before time's up, and I'd really like a better weapon before I start doing that. And to that end, I want to... excuse me. I want to level up one more time. I'm pretty sure this is... yeah, it's not better. Come on. Just give me some experience. I need to level up. Yeah, I don't know why I trigger traps, even though it's kind of useless when I've already killed all the enemies. But I do it anyway. That knockback is really annoying. There we go. Come on. Just a little more, just a little more. Will this work? Yep. Shattered shield. I'm actually going to use this because it's a little better for sweep attack is still the one I want. But I'm actually going to try something. I need to see if I was right. Oh, that's not going to help. It's not going to help at all. Dang it. Well, I'm going to try this then. I'll get something for it. If you do all 5 waves, you get a chest, but sometimes it won't. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do this. I just don't have the damage.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient
My
dead
wrath is
could not
low.
rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess
It's these
a
archers that are
twisted
going to be the
cleverness
problem.
that makes them quite formidable.
Yeah, this is probably where I didn't. Yeah. I just didn't have the damage. See, I got some stuff, but it would have been a lot better if I had finished all 5 waves. But now I do want to see if this, the cursed shrine is, excuse me, completely random. That's why I didn't. It wouldn't be there if I had. The layout of the dungeon is semi-random as well. Let's see, resume game. Where does this take me? It should take me back to New Tristram and... yes, that is exactly what I was hoping for. See, there's a portal to where I was just at. Where is it? There it is. That's what I want. Yeah, that would have been much better.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
What's the next level? 9. I'll carry that with me. Considering using it, or taking it with me. They are nice. Alright, let's go in here. Alright.
The star is close.
Yes, it is. Come on. That's much better. Come on. This is why I like, oh. Yeah. There we go. You can't change skills in combat, but as long as it doesn't hit you before, sorry, before you've changed the skills, it'll still let you change the skills. What are you doing down here? I may just run to the end and then beat the boss and then call it an episode. I don't know. This might be a Let's Play. This might be an I Felt Like Playing, but I really need to finish my other Let's Plays before I start a new one. This is probably just be an I Felt Like Playing then. I just really felt like playing this. I'll probably play more on my Demon Hunter off screen. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Normally I'd like explore the entire map. There's a protection shrine. That just reduces damage by 25%. Now if I was going this way, I should have gone... Oh, whatever. Yeah, and those exploding guys, they will hurt other enemies in the area when they blow up, so that's good. There's an achievement for doing it with like 30 guys, but it's kind of hard to get that many people in the same place without hitting them all at the same time. Let's try this way. No, definitely not that way. Okay. Thought I might get back up, or half of them anyway. Oh, also. There we go. Experience for destroying stuff. I went the wrong way.
Please kill me. I don't want to change.
Well, you already changed. You're that guy who interrupted me earlier, so I don't care. Ooh, those will be my first bracers too. But I need to level up first. I need to level up twice, don't I? No, that's level 8. Okay, never mind.
My name is Lackdanon, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Ooh, blues. The blinded enemies tend to just stand around. Come on. Hit the guys. No, this guy. There we go. Yeah. Oh, awesome. This tells you where you need to go when you get close-ish to it. No, I want to keep the healing. There's a chest. Nope. Want to keep the damage. I tend not to equip something unless it gives me everything up, or everything up and nothing down, or 2 up and nothing down, or you know what I mean. I think. I hope. Move.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Okay, there we go.
Deckard Cain!
Help! Help!
There's the boss.
Yes!
I'll check this stuff out. That's not better. That's not better. This is better.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Your niece asked me to find you, and I agreed.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
I have this. Well, this kind of stops people anyway, so that's fine. I'll just keep that for now. 4 seconds. Yeah, let's keep that. Have a room for, no, level 11. Have a room for this next level. Okay.
We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
I rescued the old scholar and learned from him that a creature called the Skeleton King stands between me and the star, but not for long.
And I think I'll call it there. I need to, yeah, dang it. Oh well. We'll call it there and I'll do the next part maybe later. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying this game. It's like really gotten a hold of me. I'm like, oh, I've been playing it so much. It was like 60 hours in 2 weeks. That's insane. Anyway, I'll see you later. Later.